Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing? Let's get a few things in.
Or how about this? How about you communicating with the only God there is? And that is the one in you. See, everybody want to run from that one. How do you think the larvae gets the butterfly dreams? If the butterfly isn't thinking of the larvae as well.
Oh yeah. How y'all doing? Cause we gon' ease on down the road. Ease on down the road. Ease on, don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Ah! Yes, y'all. That's what we talking about today. That's what we talking about. We gonna relook at the Wiz. And if you haven't seen the Wiz, where you been? What? Are you sick? Let me check your temperature. Once you finish this live, go see the Wiz, not the Wizard of Oz. I didn't say the Wizard of Oz. I said the Wiz. Go see the Wiz. But before you go see the Wiz, I want to talk to you about the Wiz and how Quincy Jones and his cohorts set us up for psychological oneness or made us very susceptible to MK Ultra. Even if they are young, they need to sit their asses down and see the goddamn Wiz. There's some things you just can't get around freaking seeing. Period. Roll call. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming over. I hope you hit that like button because we're going to have a whole bunch of fun today. Chakra King Black, good to see you. Tiffy, hey, girl. Gemini in the house. Oh, she looking forward and backward at the same time. Watch yourself. She'll get you. Just like love. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Investing. It is a pleasure. Miss Watson in the house. Coffee, wine, and water. Also in the house. Dog, I'm not doing this. We came in. I have to do this live while I'm thinking about it. And I will get to you in a second. Chill out. Thank you. Jesus. Okay. The Wiz. Let's talk about this for a minute. We're going to go and get into this. We're going to get into this because I'm tired of y'all looking at shit as entertainment when it's not. When it's not, you're being programmed, you're being hacked, you're being programmed. Something is happening to you psychologically, and you need to know that. Remember when I told y'all you need to be thinking within thinking? Okay, now. And again, peace to everybody. Check this out. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this from directions first. Okay. We're going to talk about this from directions first. All right. Now, in the north, you had April. Yes, her name was April. For those of you who didn't know what that girl, the witch with numbers that was in Munchkin Land, yeah, her name was April. And they also called her this Miss One. Now, Miss One was the first witch, per se, that Dorothy ran into, but also was the one that led her on the yellow brick road. Now, my theory for the Wizard of Oz and my theory for the Wiz are completely different, because the visuals and those that it was targeting are completely different. In the Wiz, there was no two choices. There was only one choice. And not only was there one choice, that choice went across a freaking bridge. Yes, yes. Bridges are things that connect two places that should not be connected. They are not connected naturally. That's what a bridge does. It is an unnatural connection between two things. And unlike the Wizard of Oz, where there were two clear, distinct decisions, in the Wiz, there is only one. And I do think, and I'm here for it. I'm gonna try to peel this onion. I'm gonna try to peel this onion. Now we have to remember that Dorothy in The Wiz, right? She was a school teacher. As a matter of fact, she was a preschool or elementary school teacher, very small children. And she was very happy at what she did, and she didn't want to change. But her auntie was nudging her to work with bigger children. She wanted her to go to the high school. And she's like, nah, I'm good. And in walks Toto. Now, let's get into something right quick. Dorothy is now I need y'all to come with me on this trip. So I need y'all to participate with me as well. Thank y'all for coming through. Please hit that up like, because you're going to find this very, 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 very interesting. Dorothy is the cognitive self. What is the cognitive self? The cognitive self likes its routine. It's good at what it does. It has found a pattern, and it likes to sit in that pattern. That pattern works. Most of us don't want to disrupt our cognitive self. We do not want to Dorothy does not want to disrupt herself. Can somebody type in the chat for me? Dorothy, cognitive self. Dorothy, cognitive self. Because we also have Toto. That silly dog. Toto is representative of our silent intelligence or our natural instinct. Can I say what part again?
Over 7 million men trust Manscaped.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Dorothy is the cognitive self. Now, the cognitive, oh, you mean that part? Okay. The cognitive self is the self that likes routine. It is the getting up in the morning. It's the going to work. It's the getting the education. It's the picking the kids up. It's Taco Tuesday. The cognitive self. And the cognitive self does not like change. It's good at its routine. You mean that part? No problem. I came up with this theory. I should be able to repeat it. Toto, on the other hand, type this in for me. Toto is the natural instinct, or what we call silent intelligence. Toto is natural instinct, otherwise known as quiet intelligence. And you will notice that there aren't many times in the Wiz that Dorothy is without Toto. And if she finds that she's without Toto, she will quickly call him. Okay. See, Gemini, yes. Okay, Gemini is getting ahead of me. Gemini, you better not get ahead of me. God doggone it. But yeah, you're along the path. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, thank you, Sage. And shall we say the prayer of you, University? And yea, I lay my monies and my intentions upon the waters, and it shall be returned to me 1,000-fold. Thank you for officially opening class. Thank you so much for supporting the page. Yeah, thank you so much for supporting the page, Sage. Thank you. That's exactly why he attacked the crows. And that goes even deeper, Gemini, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, right? We're going to get there. Now, the only reason Dorothy left her house was because Toto shot out the back door. So the cognitive self had to chase the instinctive self, not out the front door, which is the formal way to go, but out the back door, which is an informal way of leaving the house. Because remember, there were people at the house, they were having a party, right? Y'all still with me? Y'all still can't, it, am I going too far? In a blizzard, thank you. Gemini, which also says that natural instinct don't give a damn about circumstance. Let me say that again. Natural instinct and silent intelligence gives not three tick-tock dingy wingies about hazard or circumstance. When natural instinct kicks in, it you do the darndest things, like run out in a freaking blizzard after a dog that's got enough sense to come back. You think in a blizzard, I'm going to run after Checkmate? You done lost your mind. She coming back home. Trust me. You think she not coming home? She got a short coat and an exposed underbelly. She coming home. No reason for me to go out there. But this isn't about me and logic. This is about deprogramming or MK Ultra. But I probably would go after her. Let me stop lying. That's bullshit. I'm going after my dog. So now you have the inexperienced girl and her natural instinct whirled off to another land. Right? Right? Now, when she gets there, of course, in order for her to exist there, another force has to be nullified. So she landed in the east. She landed in the east. And it's funny that the witch, so to speak, in the east name was Evermean. Look, it's actually it's Evermean. That was her name. Evermean. And Evermean was controlling not just the east, she was kind of controlling of the north as well. Anybody remember what token? Well, let me not get ahead of myself. Miss One, who was the witch of the north, was the witch that met Dorothy after she had neutralized Evermean. Do you get it? You don't get it? Okay, let me help you. Your cognitive self and your natural instincts have to overcome your base nature to be mean. Ever mean? Or shall we call it something else? Angry black woman syndrome? With the munchkins. Yeah. She was terrorizing the babies. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what did you hear what I said, black woman? Evermean was terrorizing the babies, while Miss One was a lesser witch who was trying to keep them safe. Which woman are you going to be amongst the children? Are you going to be Miss One? Or will you be Evermean? But cognitive self, which again is the self that comes forward, right? allows you to crush that anger, that ever mean, right? And when you do that, you acquire the, remember what the slippers are? Silver, the silver slippers. Do y'all remember what I told you connects you and your shadow self? Come on now. Come with me. I'm going to show you how they've been playing in your face. Anybody remember what I told you connects you and your shadow self, or your astral self? You know, that self that try to get in. What connects you to that? Who been paying attention? Because if I ain't gonna teach you nothing else, I'm gonna teach you how to put it together for yourself. Come on now. Nobody remembers? Uh-oh. Somebody been listening. Anybody remember what color those shoes were? Nobody remember? Nope, they weren't ruby. Don't do that. Don't say no, absolutely not. This is the Wiz, not the Wizard of Oz. This is about our journey, not theirs. The shoes were silver. Yes, the shoes were silver. And Miss One gave her some advice, y'all. Gave her two bits of advice, actually. Does anybody remember the two bits of advice that Miss One gave Dorothy? And I don't expect you to remember, so I'm just going to tell you. She told her, never take the shoes off. What did I tell you happens if you sever your silver cord? Never take the shoes off. She said, never take the shoes off till you get to the wizard. And she said, beware of the poison poppy. Now, for a lesser witch that's called the One, the One, because it's funny that she would tell her this, the One is telling you how to integrate your cognitive self, because we're about to take a journey into a shadow work, y'all. Yeah, I'm about to show you what shadow work really, really is while everybody's fucking playing. I'm doing shadow work. No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not. You're not doing shadow work. Because if she takes the shoes off, the last person that took the shoes off died, right? Hello? What did I tell you happens if you sever the silver cord? This is why you don't go through mirrors. We don't go through mirrors. We don't go through mirrors because silver on silver will sever itself. Hello? Hello? Y'all with me? There's nothing that I tell you ahead of time that is crazy. I'm going to tie it in somewhere. It might seem like frivolous information, but I am going to tie it in. You cannot separate the cognitive self from the subconscious self. And she is about to take a deep dive into her own subconscious. Now, Here is where you will be either liberated or you will become what they call MK Ultra ready. I use that in quotes. So remember, for those of you that came late, you have to remember two things. Dorothy is the cognitive self that loves familiar pattern, while Toto is natural instinct and silent intelligence. Okay? Now, the first entity she really happens upon after she lost the yellow brick road was the scarecrow, played by Michael Jackson, and may he rest in peace. Right? What was the scarecrow's problem? Because the scarecrow's problem was Dorothy's problem. Nobody? No problem. He didn't have a brain. He didn't have a brain, which kind of correlates with what Dorothy was going through in her strange land. She had no knowledge of where she was, did she? She was fishing around trying to find the yellow brick road that she lost to. Now, the scarecrow that has no brain is philosophizing, and yes, I use the word freaking philosophizing. He is philosophizing upon his pole, right? He's pulling out quotes and he's reasoning with the crows, right? Does anybody remember? Does anybody remember uh, um what the crows was telling him? Better yet, do you remember the song that was sung? You can win, child. You can win, child. You can win, child. You can't get out. You can't get out of the game. Right? You can win. Isn't that what play on your brain? You can win, child. All them little. What is the crow's anthem? I shall not read. That's right. And I shall not get down off of this here pole. It's amazing how your ego tells you shit against yourself, how to do things against yourself, against your best interest, against growth. No, you stay here. We got you. And we're not doing this for us. We're doing this for you. We're trying to keep you safe up there on that pole. You can win, child. You can win, child. Don't y'all be telling y'all tell yourselves that in grandiose ways. What's up, Fire? How you doing? You can't break even. You can get out of. Hold on. Let me go find the lyrics to that. Hold on. I should have had this. You can't win the Wiz lyrics. Here we go. Lyrics. You can't win. You can't break even. And you can't get out of the game. People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look just like and they're staying the same. You can't win. You're in over your head and you only got yourself to blame. You can't win, child. You can't win, child. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. You can't win. The world keeps moving and you're standing far behind. People keep saying things will get better just to ease your state of mind. So you lean back and you smoke that smoke and you drink your glass of wine. So you can't win, child. You can't win. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. You can't win. You can't win no way if your story stays the same. You ain't winning, no, no, but it's nice to see you, and I'm awfully glad you came. Better cool it, cause it's about losing, and the world has got no shame. You can't win, child. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. You can't win. You can't break even. And ain't no way it's supposed to be. You'll be spending your little bit of money while someone rides for free. Oh, learn your lesson. Refuel your mind before somebody blows out your flame. You can't win, child. No, you can't win. You can't win, child. You can't win, child. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. How many of y'all got crows? You can't do this. You too old. You too young. You don't know enough. We good right here. Somebody else has my best interest. I'm waiting on a savior. You can't do this. Accept, accept this. Accept the bad treatment because you only have yourself to blame. I'm only being treated like this because of me. How does Nature Boy say it? I am your higher self. You do it to yourself. I'm doing this to myself. He's making me hit myself. Oh my God, he's making me hit myself. Come on now. How many times did you tell yourself you can't do it before you even tried? How many of you saw a path out, but you didn't take it because you were absolutely comfortable right where you were? Even though right where you were was caged and controlled. You can't do no better without me. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. Black woman, you need to be submissive. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. Black man, you need to provide and protect. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. And what did cognitive self have to come in and say? Shoo, get away. And cognitive self, because this is what Gemini was talking about, cognitive self told instinctive self, sick 'em, Toto. There's a trick in that. There's beautiful magic in that. And I want to stop right there for a minute. And I want to talk about that little piece right there. Cognitive self stayed back to help the brain, the smart one, the mind, get down off of the pole. What is a pole? Well, actually, he wasn't on a pole. He was on a lightning rod, just to let y'all know that. A directional lightning rod at that, because it went all the way around. So it wasn't a pole that was just stuck in the ground, which also means that the mind had no direction. Hello? Y'all with me? Yes, in this story, it was confinement. And it took the cognitive self to bring the brain down. Your brain doesn't come down on its own. You remember I was talking about that thought within thought? This is the self within self. I'm not smart enough. I don't know enough. And wasn't that the whole thing? Dorothy didn't know enough in this environment, and then she runs into the scarecrow who thinks he has no brain. So she acquires her brain. She relaxes a little bit, right? And you know what the scarecrow did? The scarecrow found the yellow brick road for her. And now she has a companion other than her base instinct. The cognitive self has just integrated with its own mind. That's the first step to self liberation. Y'all with me? I just want to make sure y'all with me. I ain't left nobody behind. If you got questions, let me know. Okay. Uh-oh. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Okay. So they're going on down the road, right? The next entity that they meet is the Tin Man. Now, what I find completely interesting about the Tin Man is that he's found under his love. His love has fallen on top of him. and he has rusted out in that position. And he has no heart. He has no heart. But even in this instant, after saying that he has no heart, he begins crying. He begins crying over his love, but he has no heart. Is it possible? Yes, Ra, it sure is. And there's a formula in the movie to do it. And that's why I'm running through the formula. hmm Um, shall we find the lyrics to What Would I Do If I Could Feel? Let's find those lyrics. What would I do if I could feel? Lyrics right there. All right. Song by Nipsey Russell. All right. What would I do if I suddenly feel and to know once again that what I feel is real? I could cry. I could smile. I might lay back for a while. Oh, tell me, what would I do if I could feel? What would I do if I could reach inside of me and to know how it feels to say, I like what I see? Then I'd be more than glad to share all that I have inside of here, and the song of my heart might bring. You'd be more than glad to sing. And if tears should fall from my eyes, just think of all the wounds they would mend. And just think of all of the time I could spend just being vulnerable again. Oh, tell me what I would do. Oh, tell me what would I do? Oh, tell me what would I do if I could feel? Tell me what? Teen, teen. Gemini, remember the movie? Right? I don't mean no harm, but I think this is where black men get stuck right here. This is where they get stuck in the Tin Man. She did sit on it. Titty broke his heart. She did. And that is the problem with a lot of men who are angry right now, y'all. They mama or they first love broke their damn heart. Just that simple. If he cried, he'd get it out. But he can't do that. That hurt too much. You get it? It hurt too much. Feeling. Feeling. All right. So let's move on to the next one that they meet. They meet the lion. The lion. Who has lost his courage? Shoot, his song don't even matter because he ain't mean it. I'm a mean old lion. But it's the battle cry. It's the battle cry of broken men and women everywhere, sung by Ted Ross. Say what you say, say what you wanna, but I'm here to stay, cause I'm a mean old lion. You can go where you're gonna, but don't get in my way. I'm a mean old lion. You'll be standing in a drift if you don't hear me laugh. And if you happen to come around, well, you best not make me frown, for I just might knock you down. I'm a mean old lion. You know I'm ready to fight and turn your day into night, 'cause I'm a mean old lion. If you're half bright, you'll tour to the right. I'm a mean old lion. All you strangers better beware. This is the king of the jungle here. And if I happen to let you slide, don't just stand here, run and hide. You just caught my better side. I'm a mean old lion. Look, you better beware. This is the king of the jungle here. And if I happen to let you slide, don't stand here, run and hide. You just caught my better side. I'm a mean old lion. I'm a mean old lion. Okay, yeah. That's what your spirit is supposed. That is that is the aura that your courage, your spirit is supposed to give off. The integration of mind, body, and spirit, right there. But what is the lion's problem? He has zero freaking courage. And what tested his courage? Come on, y'all. Who tested his courage? I know Gemini know. That's right. Toto tested it. And what is Toto again? What does Toto represent again? Toto represents natural instinct. Natural instinct always tests courage. Hello? Natural instinct always tests. Always. There's nothing else to test it. Oh, he bit me. Oh my God. Oh, he bit me. Oh, he bit me. Natural instinct will bite you. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Natural instinct. After you didn't hoorah and rahooed and declared what you gonna do and what you ain't gonna do. Yeah, natural instinct slide in and be like, look at it. Look, look, look. And this won't be the last time natural instinct slides in and reveals some shit. Y'all please make sure y'all hit those up likes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please support the channel. masterfundifee.com. Y'all, thank y'all for all the support. Miss Bay, I see you, darling. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And may it be returned to you, darling, 1,000 fold. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for supporting the channel, you guys. Thank you. Bit his toe, sure did. And all of that came tumbling down. Came tumbling straight freaking down. Straight down. All that rah rah, yeah. Yeah, okay. Watch that rah rah. That rah rah will be tested. Oh, thank you, Gemini. However you feel necessary to do it, I thank you. That's what I'll say. Hey, it's y'all. I'm here. This would be a good time to go ahead and put this on up in here. And please remember, you guys, we have a class February 4th at 7 p.m. The $50 is due by the 3rd of February, which is tomorrow. It is going to be on a Zoom call. This is the who, what, when, where, and how lecture. People are wondering what's in this lecture. This lecture is going to tell you how to dissect yourself. And in the meaning of dissecting yourself, you'll be able to dissect others and other things once you get this mastery of thinking down. And yes, there are still spots for this class. February 4th, 2023, 7 p.m. Zoom call. And as soon as I get that payment, you get your link and your passcode to get in. Alrighty, y'all please excuse the siren in the back. Somebody been acting up. Okay, now we've gone through Dorothy being the cognitive self, Toto being natural instinct, Scarecrow being the mind, Tin Man being the heart or body, right? Courage being the lion or spirit, right? Now we have the whiz. How long will the class be? It's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours, easy. 2 hours on the long end, an hour and a half on the shortest end. Okay, now we have our last integral part of being whole as a psychological entity, and that is the wizard or the trap or the shape shifter. This is shadow self. Yes, that's another way to look at it, Gemini. Yeah. The shadow self always wants to appear bigger or better than it actually is. And he hid that under fashion. That was the part that I thought was funny. All of it was hidden under fashion. and the gaining of approval by being able to change without discretion. Because remember, he tried to be everything. He tried to be everything and failed at it. And what did the wizard do at first? Even to begin to her wish, right? The wizard sent her out on a quest to to um to neutralize the wicked witch of the west. And her name was Evelyn. Or Eveline, right? With her flying monkeys. Toilet throne, right? And industrial setup. Dorothy being wholly integrated now and being sent on a quest by the shadow self. Hello? Being sent on a quest by the shadow self to do what? She had already got rid of Eva Mean, right? Now she was getting rid of Evil Lynn. May I show you something right quick? Check out the comments, right? Evil. The first witch with the munchkins, April, Miss One, she was there with the munchkins to continue building because now Evermean was not there. So I guess she was able to get more power. Because remember, she said she was the one with the least amount of power. I find that a little interesting. I don't believe it at all. That's right, Purple. Getting rid of the evil within. Exactly. Pushing yourself industrially. That means those work habits. Those work habits, man. What did evil say? Don't bring me no problems. Don't bring me no problems. No bad news. Do y'all want to hear the lyrics on that? Let me know. Okay. Okay. You want to hear the lyrics on it. Okay. No bad news. When I wake up in the afternoon, which it pleases me to do, don't nobody bring me no bad news. Because I wake up already negative and I've wired up my fuse. So don't nobody bring me no bad news. If we're going to be buddies, better bone up on the rules. Cause don't nobody bring me no bad news. You can be my best friends as opposed to paying the dues, but don't nobody bring me no bad news. No bad news. No bad news. Don't you ever bring me no bad news. Cause I'll make you an offer, child, that you can't refuse. So don't nobody bring me no bad news. When you talk to me, don't be crying the blues. Cause don't nobody bring me no bad news. You can verbalize and vocalize, but just bring me the clues. But don't nobody bring me no bad news. Bring some message in your head or in something you can't lose. But don't you ever bring me no bad news. If you gonna bring me something I can use. But don't you bring me no bad news. Don't play with me in my peace. In that boundaries, isn't that setting up boundaries? That is the psyche setting up its boundaries. Look, you can do what you want, but this is what you not gonna do. I mean, you can put. She was like, okay, you can play. You can even play around with it, but just don't bring me no bad news. If we gonna be friends, right? But it's kind of funny in her setting her own boundaries. She was crossing everybody else's, or did you notice? Y'all, please make sure you hit those up likes if you are finding this enjoyable, entertaining, and educational. Please support the channel. Thank you. Masterfundifeed.com. Y'all know that moonshine. We got that moonshine. Oh, y'all, y'all. I'm making some more dandelion wine because the dandelions are out. So the cognitive self and all of its integration had to go into the West, right? And liberate itself from its evil, crossing people's freaking barriers. You gonna set up your own boundaries but cross other people's? That's wicked. That's wicked. And that is how industry has grown. That is how industry has made humans into living freaking machines. The industry is considered a person, but persons can't be considered industries, but industries are persons and persons are industries, and both represent each other in the most heinous of fashions. Don't you bring me no bad news. Now she overcomes this. She liberates herself, right? Even reforms the flying monkeys. And the flying monkeys help her get back to Oz. How about that one? The cognitive mind, after all of these components have learned to work together, now has integrated the system of boundaries. Hey, now, boundaries are very important. Now they get back to Oz, right? After completing all of these tasks, she has now, listen, she has now, hey y'all, how many how how many doings has Dorothy done by now? Dorothy then off two people, y'all. Two sisters to be exact. And not just two sisters, two twins. Ever mean and evil Lynn. So those of you that think that you can get away with not I'm trying to say this while trying to keep my monetization. Parts of your personality have to go through a death. They have to be flushed down the toilet, so to speak. To mock the movie, they have to be flushed down the toilet. And you have to be cleaned. You have to be cleaned. Now we go back to the shadow self because we've done this deed, right? We go back to shadow self because we've done this deed, just to find out that shadow self isn't even what it said it was. Ain't that a trip? I attribute finding this out to the scene in the never ending story when Atreyu is looking in the mirror and he sees the boy, and the boy sees Atreyu, and they both get really freaking scared. The day you find out that you weren't everything that you thought you were, when you get to see yourself without all the puff and fluff and mechanics that you've set up, it's like seeing my cat wet. People think he's big, but I know what he looks like wet. He's a small cat. He's just fluffy. It's not that he's big, he's fluffy. It's an illusion. People that think they're hard. You cream puff. You a Twinkie. And when we squeeze you, white stuff come out of both ends. and coming to the idea that it is okay to be like that. It's okay. And she told the wizard, I can't tell you what you are. Yeah, you can't tell your shadow self what it is. It knows what it is. That's why natural instinct usually sniffs that shit out. But the shadow self has to develop too. The shadow self has to develop too. And you know what? The shadow self develops right alongside the cognitive self, hand in hand. And let's remember that in the Wiz, right? The wizard didn't bestow all of these beautiful things on each of these entities. Dorothy did. Hello. Hello. Dorothy did. The cognitive self, the aware self, the awake self interacted with its own mind. It interacted with its own feelings. It interacted with its own natural instinct. It interacted with its own shadow self and not just sat shadow self down. No, told shadow self it could be what it wanted because it has to be pliable for cognitive self to use it. Full integration of our minds, right? Now, that being said, um, what was the other one? Then Glinda the good witch shows up, right? Anybody remember who plays her? Anybody remember? The late, great, iconic. That's the only iconic Lena Horne. Iconic. And I am trying to find her video. I'm trying to find the song. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to find it. There it is. Because I shall have no other. All right. I know y'all want me. Y'all want me to read it, right? Y'all don't want me to read it. Y'all know you want me to. Okay. Believe in yourself. If you believe within your heart, you know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe what you feel and know that you are right, because the time will come around when you'll say it's yours. Believe that you can go home, and believe you can float on air. I'm sorry, my bad. Then click your heels 3 times if you believe. Oh, I'm sorry. If you believe, then you'll be there. That's why, oh, I'm sorry. That's why I want you to believe in yourself right from the start. Believe in the magic right there in your heart. Go ahead and believe in these things, not because I told you to. Yeah, believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, just believe in yourself as I believe in you. You mean I could have just clicked my heels 3 times and I could have been home? Yeah. If God ever had a freaking answer for you, it is yeah. Mm-hmm. That's some fucking mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Could have been home. They made all the turkey, the dressing gone. You know that cranberry that you was that's gone. Uncle Peter ate that. Ain't no bread left, girl. The only thing you got is the fat back from the greens and a little bit of the turkey leg. That's all that's left because you've been gone like 2 hours. Come on now. The last thing to do is to believe in yourself. And not because somebody, because I told you to. No, you believe in yourself as I believe. Y'all don't know, y'all don't understand how that impacted my whole life. Just in case you don't know, this is one of those movies that changed my whole goddamn life. I got my life on this movie. And I've been analyzing this movie slowly my whole life. You over there singing with me? Girl, girl, girl. I wish I could play it, but you know, you can't. But I can sing it. I can sing it. And I just wanted to bring this to y'all to show y'all to do this work. The whole goddamn movie is about setting yourself free or becoming a cog in the fucking machine? Can you get yourself the fuck out of Oz, man? It doesn't mean you don't go back. It means that you can come and go at will. I ain't gonna keep y'all long because this is a very short, very short thing. But y'all go back and look at the Wiz under this context, and maybe it will help you get through that shadow work a little faster by showing you how to integrate that shit. You got to kill something. What do you have to kill? Your way of life, the way that you living right now. And you got to believe you can do it. Can't nobody else believe that shit. You got to believe in me. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, no. I can have all the belief in the world that you gonna do some shit. That don't mean you gonna do it. Cause that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all stop letting people railroad your ass into believing in them. You need to believe in me. Suck my dick. Believe in yourself as I believe in you. Start singing Lena Horne to him. And stop having them crow ass thoughts. You can't break even. You can't get out of the game. Get your ass down. Get your ass down off that pole. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is always a pleasure to be with you. Y'all, please make sure y'all go to masterfundifee.com. Grab you something to drink. Grab you something to drink. Hey, Miss Day, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for y'all. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. My bad. If somebody want to come up so we can talk about it, feel free. Feel free. I know only some of y'all like to come up. I get it. But I did want to keep this short and sweet. I didn't want to prolong it. You know what? I'm going to get on out of here. My dog is looking at me like she really wants to defile my floor. And I don't want her to because that would break her training. So I'm going to see y'all on the get down. I hope this was informative. I hope you can go back and watch The Wiz. Please do. And enjoy yourself. Now that you have another eye for looking at it, please go do so. Remember, y'all, intelligence is the ability to solve complex problems and make decisions with outcomes benefiting you. This is a U University production led by Master Fundi Fee. Thank y'all for coming on through. Y'all, please don't forget to grab you a bottle of that Blitch's brew because you know.
It's liquor right there. It smell like red whiskey, like.
And once it's gone, it's gone. Masterfundifee.com. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank you for showing out. Miss Trent. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out, girl. Oh, it's an interesting one. Please go back and watch it. You got a little bit of homework. You got a little bits of homework. Thank y'all for coming through, and may it be, hold on, hold on. Hey, y'all. May it be returned to you, darling, 100 fold. Y'all, thank y'all for coming through. Thank you for being who you are. And please be good to yourselves, and you will be good to others. Salam, shalom, in Hutepu, namaste. You can't get off this planet until you do something great for humanity. And that can be as small or as big as improving yourself. Peace. Know thyself, and you will always be home. Of a place where there's love overflowing. When